Hey, Wellington World Entertainment, and yeah, as you saw from the thumbnail, we got some bad news. But it's not all bad news because it's all part of the plan. Yeah, you've seen it. Mortal Kombat 2 has officially been delayed. Now, it's being delayed by quite a bit. It's been pushed to May of 2026, and it was meant to come out in 2 months' time. But again, there is a plan for this. There's a reason, and no, it's not reshoots and stuff like that. So let's dive into the article that gives us this information as to why it has been pushed so far down the road. So Mortal Kombat 2 has officially been delayed. Warner Brothers and New Line has pushed the highly anticipated sequel back nearly 7 months, moving its theatrical release from October 24th of this year to May 15th of 2026. According to a report from Deadline, the date shift is strategic. Despite the film's Red Band trailer racking up a record-breaking 107 million global views, just before I go on, I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. In terms of record break, do they mean record breaking for a Red Band trailer or for a Mortal Kombat trailer? I wish they'd highlight exactly what they mean, because surely 107 million global views isn't record breaking for a movie, so it must just be for that one. I just find that part a bit weird. But it continues saying the studio is opting for a higher impact summer debut rather than risking a late October slot. So right there you're seeing they've decided maybe October is not the best time. Big summer outing, that could work better for us. So saying October 2025 is already shaping up to be crowded, with 20th Century Studios' Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere starring Jeremy Allen White and Paramount's Regretting You also dated around that time. Now, just before I go on here, I know what the Springsteen thing is, but I don't think that would have an impact on Mortal Kombat. What the hell is Regretting You? Never heard of it. So it's like, is this something that they actually fear could impact your movie? Okay, never heard of it though. But it says anyway, Halloween weekend doesn't traditionally bring strong box office numbers, which could have undercut Mortal Kombat 2's momentum. The new May 2026 release gives the Simon McQuoid, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, directed sequel room to breathe and a better shot at dominating the early summer box office. The site adds that they are hearing test screenings have gone well, which fits with recent reports comparing the hype to Avengers Endgame. We'll take all of that with a grain of salt. We've talked numerous times about test screenings, but whatever. Again though, if you bring in a normal audience and they've nothing really to gain or lose from giving their actual reactions, that's kind of where you put a bit of faith in. It's just, we don't know, so whatever. But anyway, it's saying Mortal Kombat 2 continues the brutal saga of Earthrealm's Warriors, with Carl Urban joining the cast as Johnny Cage. And the film is bringing back, however you pronounce his name, Hirokyu or something, Sanada, or however you pronounce his name. I butchered his bar name, as Scorpion, and we know the rest of the cast. The story picks up after Sub-Zero's death in the first film, with Bai-Han revived by dark magic to fight once again, this time as the vengeful Noob Shabbat. The sequel also marks the first time Scorpion and Noob will face off in the franchise, including the games. So that's interesting. I'm assuming when they say first time they face in the games, they mean like the actual story in the games. They never faced each other. I didn't play every one of the games, so I'd never really tracked the story, but that'll be cool. I do hope they do somehow bring back Sub-Zero. It'd be a bit dumb to just kill him off in the first movie and never bring him back. But you can see there where they're talking about, okay, the October, might be a bit of a dead zone for this movie. You know, it could do well in that market, but as they're saying there, the momentum could drop off. Whereas the summer, you're leading into the summer blockbusters, you put it there. Now, that's also a risk because you are looking at the idea of putting this R-rated movie out there and an R-rated sequel as well as a video game adaptation on the big screen. But there does seem to be a lot of hype for this movie. Now, will it work? We don't know. Will it be any good? We don't know. I do enjoy the first one. It's the question of, will it bring in audiences? Everyone did seem to pretty much enjoy that trailer, and they are loving seeing Karl Urban as Johnny Cage. So yeah, I think it's an interesting strategy. We'll have to wait and see if it works out in their favor. You would hope it would, you know, because the more money this thing makes. Now, let's hope that it's not the case of if it makes more money and stuff, we want them to obviously greenlight a third one and maybe leave it at that. Just do 3. Don't keep going and going and going. Like, round it out as a good solid trilogy. But don't do the mistake that they always end up doing, which is, hey, we made more money. You know what we do now? Let's up the budget for the next one and dump it in the summer. And all of a sudden you get a Mortal Kombat 3 coming out that cost 260 million to make, and they drop it in the middle of July, surrounded by other bigger movies, and you'd be like, that was a really stupid move to make. But we don't know. Do I think this strategy could work? It absolutely could work. Could it backfire? Absolutely it could backfire. Moving it from October, again, the idea of it going into the summer works. I just think this thing off the Bruce Springsteen and whatever Regretting You is, that they were going to be the big threats to Mortal Kombat. I don't think so, because let's face facts here. The Springsteen thing, that's going to just be an Oscar bait movie. And as I said, this Regretting You, never heard of. It's from Paramount. Usually most of the Paramount movies right now aren't exactly winning over the box office, so God only knows what that thing could end up doing or would do. But overall, it's an interesting move. It sucks that it's delayed, but at the same time, if it benefits the movie and benefits us getting a good movie next year, I'm up for that. We'll wait and actually see what happens. So let us know what you think of this delay, and are you looking for this movie? Do you care? Do you want to see it? What did you think of the trailers? Do let me know. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really does help. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.